All right. Next call is Death by SnuSnu. If you're there, unmute your mic so I know you're there.
So, yeah, I got two exes. So I'm not much of a storyteller, but the first one was a jealous girlfriend who knew my phone number and phoned me and let me know. So that kind of blindsided me. And I was pretty blue-pilled, so I was dumb. Agreed to go to counseling. She blamed me, of course.
Of course.
You know, if only I had been a better husband.
But they call it counseling, but really it's the Let's Blame Men fun time hour.
Yeah.
Counseling and crucifixion both start with a C.
Yeah.
So does Quanta. Sounds refreshing.
Actually,
not.
The funny thing is the counselor eventually was like, just divorce her. So, you know it's bad when the counselor is like, just bail.
Bail.
Yeah, but not before she got into something with another guy. But the first guy, he was, I found out that he was shooting heroin.
Oh.
And she was like letting him raw dog. And then she's raw dogging with me. And it's like, well, thanks for, you know, putting me at risk for AIDS or something.
The HIV, yeah, that's fucked up.
But you know, we all know like the women, they don't think very clearly.
No.
This
and they love to try to talk about men wanting to, you know, to forego the no glove, no love treatment. But really, they are way worse about it. Way worse.
Yeah. So after a year of trying to be on good behavior like an idiot, I got suspicious again, and then I can't remember how, but I figured out how to get into her voicemails.
Okay.
And so it was another dude, and he's like, "I'm showered, waiting in bed for you."
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and that was a stupid one because her motorcycle broke down one day, and I was in the middle of work. She called me, so I managed to get out of work and like zip over to try and help her. And apparently she was still mad at me because I didn't like do it fast enough or whatever. And then this guy, I guess, stopped by, exchanged numbers, and then she started hanging out with him. And
she went for the
plowed
firm shake.
Yeah,
plowed.
So yeah, after that, I was like, okay, I'm done. So I handed her the divorce papers.
Damn.
Well, how long ago was that?
Oh, long time. We divorced in 2008. So
whatever happened to her?
We don't communicate much. She's got no kids. It's actually kind of funny. A female friend wanted to see a picture of her for some reason. I haven't looked her up in years, and she got fat. So she used to make fun of my weight, and she was like 120 pounds, 5'6", ate crap, never exercised. So I guess it caught up with her eventually.
Oh, good.
And I was like, whoa. And my friend is like, I showed her an older picture, and she's like, wow, this woman's like, she doesn't even look like the same person anymore.
So she's tidally locked by gravity in box wine and Catland.
It's kind of like Whoopi Goldberg now looks like Jabba the Hutt ate Whoopi Goldberg and took on some of the genetics.
All right, so what's the next one?
Next one was my ex-girlfriend, and I was very suspicious, but she gaslit me big time and like turned on the waterworks and the lower lip and looked me in the eye and I never cheated. And we just split up because she cut the sex off, and then it was weird. Right. I decided not to stalk her, and then I don't know, for some reason I had this premonition to check her Instagram a year later, and she had a link to an OnlyFans. Yeah. And then I found out her OnlyFans handle, and I was just Google searching, and that took me to, she was on Reddit, I guess, advertising. And then boom, I found out she was on this cheating Reddit. And it was the time that I was suspecting back in 2018. And she's like just going back and forth with all these cheaters about how she's seeing these guys behind my back. So wow, that was confirmation. I mean, I should have listened to my gut. So I kept that. I didn't contact her, but it was like, I was so full of rage about just, having, pulling one over on me.
Yeah.
And then so finally I reached out, I don't know what it was, 4 or 6 months later, and just by email, and I was polite. I didn't like swear or nothing. Just told her I knew, and then she just threw it back in my face. She's like, "You expect an apology? No." And I was like, "I'm blocking you. Leave me alone." Right. And So you know what? They say never contact an ex because you don't get closure. But that was closure because I realized what a horrible person she is.
That's right.
Look at that.
And
How old is she now?
38.
Well,
So she's quite a bit younger than me. So the wall does cometh.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does.
does.
She went the other way. She's looking like a skinny drug addict now. She's so skinny. She was like 120 when I was dating her. She like modeled.
So what you're saying is she messed up her life?
Yeah, I guess from what I could gather, there's a skinny fetish or something. So she's catering to that OnlyFans niche, I guess.
Aaron, when are you going to clean up this mess?
she's got a whole bunch of meth.
So I guess I should thank her for breaking up with me because she would have dragged me down with her.
Meth
and dicks.
Terrible.
It's always the story.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my two. But yeah, now I can see it a mile away. My friend's girlfriend she split up, and a week later she's dating her work husband.
Of course.
From school, and then engaged 4 months later. And it's so funny. My friend is still blue-pilled, and he's like, "Huh, that's funny. She met the guy so soon after." And I'm like, "Bro,
come on."
She was dating him long before that, and he was plowing her. It's like it's obvious. So now I can see the light starting to come on. He's like, "Yeah."
If you really want to fuck with him, you really want to fuck with him, you just simply say this.
Yeah.
One of those days when she came home and kissed you on the lips, just minutes prior to that, she was sucking a dick.
Oh.
So, there you go.
And then just one more quick one. An old friend hit me up. We hadn't talked in 25 years. Was sleeping in the mechanical room on a cot for 7 years before the divorce, and then suspected that she was cheating. She took him to the cleaners, alimony, the whole thing.
Oh.
And at one point, she threw a frying pan at the back of his head, and he had to go to the hospital. So I think that Pop says it all the time, but I think the moral of the story is don't get married.
Don't get married.
It's a trap.
Especially not to a meth addict. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody likes a good denture adventure, but not like that.
The OnlyFans girl, she was really good in bed. So what can I say?
A little crazy, spotsy,
and beautiful. But so 3 years, I guess. And I don't know. So now I'm done. I've been monk mode for 6 years. I don't care anymore.
Same here, brother.
I can do my own laundry with the stackable set.
Yeah. I like my peace.
Yeah.
I can snap my own socks over my knee like kindling. Thank you very much. As long as you don't have to lick the smegma milkshake anymore, you're a happy camper, right?
All right, man. How long have you been watching the show?
Oh, I think I started with the dating scam coaches, like the Get Your Ex Back, and then somehow the algorithm drifted me towards Red Pill. So maybe she moved out in 2018, 2019. So probably around then.
All right.
And I was finding some of the other guys, and I just thought you're funny. So there's like the really black-pilled guys, and it's a bit much. Where it's just like
those guys are like life sucks. It's got a shit. I'm not like that. I'm like life sucks, but let's laugh at death.
Yeah, right. You gotta laugh. It's like I got a friend who's battling cancer, and they just went up his butthole, and I was like, well, at least you got a trip to Uranus, right? I just kind of got like, I got that black sense of humor.
All right, we got to move on to the next guy, brother.
Later, guys.
Take it easy.
Death by SnuSnu.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.